Hey dolls, in today's video we are updating my nail spot. Stay tuned. Alright dolls, so I've got quite a bit of stuff that I want to get done. I'm going to put up new shelves, I'm going to clean all these polish bottles. I usually clean my polish bottles, clean my shelves about once a month. So the bottom's clean because I just did it, but I knew I wanted to do something different on top. So we're finally getting to that. So I am going to be doing some DIY display for my nail designs. When I pop off these sets, I want to be able to display them. And I'm also going to extend that very top shelf. So I went to my Dollar Tree and I found these photo frame or mirrors. And first I was going to spray paint them, but then I saw this peel and stick wallpaper and I thought that would be a super cute idea. So I got 4 frames and 4 sheets of the peel and stick wallpaper. And I'm glad I got 4 because you cannot fit 2 of these on one sheet. This is the color I got. This stuff sticks great. It's super easy to work with. So all I did was remove the glass from the mirror frame and then I traced it onto the peel and stick wallpaper, and then of course I cut that out. I did trace it where the 2 sides of the peel and stick on the back where they separate, so it'd be easier for me to stick that way. And I cut this exact. There is, like on this very first one, just a little bit of the mirror peeking through, but once you put it back into its frame, you do not see it at all. And this cost me less than $10 to do this. And I absolutely love the way that it looks in the end, which you will see. So clean the mirror off. I'm just using some alcohol and a paper towel. It doesn't have to be smudge proof, but you do need a clean surface so that the peel and stick paper has something to stick to. If the mirror is dirty, it's just not going to stick well. And then you're going to line this up to the best of your ability. I've got this little squeegee thing with a soft end. You can use a credit card. You can just use your fingers if that's all you got. Like, you just want to try and smooth it out really good. You don't want any wrinkles, any bubbles. So you did see me like pull it off and re-stick it, and that's because I had like a little wrinkle on there. This stuff's very forgiving, especially until you like really push it all down. That is why I love this stuff. Like you can play, you've got some time to play with this, some room to play, I guess I would say. So once you've got that all on, you're just gonna put these back together. I did this to all 4, just lining it back up in there, putting the back on, turning these little knobby things, and just be careful because it is from the Dollar Tree, but that is the finished look and I absolutely love this. And then I did that to all 4. I do have some paper left over, but not enough, like I said, to put 2 on one sheet. So then this is the display things that I have. That red bundle is double-sided tape, and then these are the little tabs that come with it. This was a kit I got from Amazon, very affordable. This is how I have these nails. So you'd put some sticky sided tape on one side, stick it on the thing, and then the other side to put all your nail tips. And so far, this is what I've got, this collection. Here is my birthstone designs. Absolutely love those. And then I've just got some random stuff. These are all ones I've done videos for. So I have other ones. I'm not focused on those right now. And then here's a couple designs you haven't seen yet. Those are coming. So I'm going to show you how I stick these on. So at first I like laid out the tabs and you can see you can fit a whole bunch. But then because these nails are way too long, you'll have to move them around. So at first I was able to fit all 12 on to one thing, like because I was doing this one, I was focusing on the birthstone designs. Very quickly realized there's no way I'm fitting 12 on here. So by the time I got them all on, and since I don't have the next month's, it just was not working for me. So you'll see that in a minute. And then I wanted one solely for a Duckland because that's like my favorite place to go. But I only have 2 designs of that so far. So this was me kind of just figuring out what I wanted to do. Here I'm showing you how to stick this stuff. So like I said, one side is going to be whatever you're sticking this tab onto, and then the other side is the actual sticking of the nails onto it. And I have, since I've started doing this, making the side that I'm sticking onto something using less of this double-sided tape. And this stuff is sticky. Like trying to get this red piece off. I sit here for like half an hour. You have no idea how much footage I cut out of me just trying to get this red stuff off. It's ridiculous. But so what I like to do is pull one side off and actually stick the nails on first. Probably backwards, because then you have to hold the nails on while you take the other side off so that you can stick it onto whatever you're sticking it on. But for me, this is just the way that it works. I do space them out, line them up, make sure all the nails will fit on there before I fully push them down. And then you're going to give them a nice push, and you'll see that the edges of the nails kind of sink into that double-sided tape. And then you peel off the other side. You're going to stick it onto wherever you're sticking it, and you're good to go. So this is what I've got so far for the birthstone ones. I was able to fit 6 at a time. So I have one that I kept blank, which you'll see in a little bit. So I will do the first 6 months on this and then the next 6 months. If my nails were shorter, they would all fit, but they're just not. And I just love the way that this came out. So that extra one is for the next 6 months. All right, getting into these crusty, dusty shelves. Like I said in the beginning, I usually clean all this off once a month, but I knew that I wanted to do something. I knew that I was going to purge. So it just got done when it got done. But so I cleaned everything off this very top shelf because I'm actually extending it. So I had to move it all the way over to the left so that I could put another shelf up there. I took those little flower things off. I'm going to put them back on later, but right now I'm just focused on the shelf. So I'm extending them like these bottom two. And that's just going to give me some more real estate to work with. These are the acrylic shelves I got from Amazon. They're actually bookshelves. Like I found them made for like a kid's room to put books on. I got some screws and anchors. You're going to need anchors. These are supposed to be spaced out for the studs, not in my house. A drill and then some drill bits because I need a hole for the anchors because these are not spaced to the studs. Not at least where I'm at. So that is it. Fully extended. I've got my displays up there. Absolutely love those. And then these next 3 shelves is where they all need to be cleaned off. I'm in my hallway and I'm next to the AC unit. So even though I have air purifiers, the dust just accumulates here. And then I have 5 dogs. So yeah, if I go longer than once a month, you really see it. But just because I knew I was doing stuff, I got delayed. But so here's when I went through every single swatch stick that I had, and I'm comparing colors. If I have 2 of the same colors, like in 2 different brands, I picked which one I wanted to keep. And I did this over and over and over for every swatch stick I had. And then once I was taking down all the bottles, I made sure that every swatch stick had a bottle to it that I wasn't keeping, and then I did give them all away. I did not throw them away. So I think this was the end of day 2 and I just had these monstrosities left. This did take me 2 days. No, I'm sorry, that was the end of day 1. So yeah, this did take me 2 days, and I think this is where I stopped, where I had all these, and then day 2 is where I went and got all the bottles, so all the actual polishes to correlate with these swatch sticks. This is where I ended up. These are all the bottles of polishes that I gave away. Nothing wrong with them. I just don't need 2 of all these colors. And if I had it in a different brand that I preferred, or I know that like I never reached for this, why is it just sitting on a shelf collecting dust? Like, let's give it to someone who will use it. Now I am taking all the polishes down, cleaning them, cleaning the shelves. I did start from the bottom to the top, but that's only because I'm only 5'4", so it was so much easier to reach from the bottom versus going up. I was literally running out of real estate on the ladder. Like I was stretching all the inches that I had. So I did, when I put stuff back, I was sorting it very different. I used to have like purple color and then purple glitter next to it, and then pink, and then the pink glitters. This time I just did solid colors. There's Cashmans. These are my little helpers. And then the top row up there is all the glitters. So it has its own shelf now. I don't reach for the glitters as much, so they went higher on the shelf. But those, all these ones I'm showing you right now, those are all glitters. So they're going way up there. And then the solid colors are focused on the first two shelves because I reach for solids way more than I do glitters. And then my inks and stuff, those went on to the very, very top. I've got my inks, I've got my polygels, I've got my glow in the dark, I've got all the dips, stuff that I don't use often. And then it goes down to the glitters, which is less often. And then I get into my solids. And as I go down, as I can reach better, I go into the most used things. And so that is what it looks like. I love it. Somehow I ended up cleaning out a whole drawer. So I have a whole drawer of space. Not mad about that. Some more puppies. That's mom and son. But yeah, you guys let me know what you think. I absolutely love it. I love the display. And for under $10, I don't think you can go wrong with it. Here's just a full shot of what it looks like. I know this was a different video, so let me know what you guys think about this one. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye, doll.